Have you ever stopped to think about what lies behind unspoken words? The pain you hide often becomes such a heavy burden that it feels impossible to carry. What society expects from us is a smile, an appearance of everything being under control. But the truth is that behind this facade, there are stories of suffering that remain tucked away, like icebergs submerged in a sea of emotions. Often, your pain is ignored by yourself. It's easier to look the other way. You convince yourself that you don't need to talk about it, that time can heal wounds. But what happens when time doesn't heal? When, instead of easing, your pain transforms into a deafening echo that resonates in every aspect of your life. This can be devastating. With each passing day, you may feel that things are getting heavier, as if every little challenge becomes an insurmountable mountain. The sense of loneliness is a constant. You watch other people sharing their stories, their struggles, while yours remains locked away. The fear of judgment, the insecurity of being vulnerable, this all feeds a cycle of silence. You think that no one would understand, that your pain has no place in this noisy world. However, what you don't realize is that many around you are fighting similar battles, hidden beneath layers of normalcy. When pain is not expressed, it can manifest in unexpected ways. It can turn into anxiety, depression, or even physical illnesses. The body has its way of communicating what the mind refuses to say. You may ignore the signs, but they don't disappear. They simply accumulate, becoming part of your being, an invisible burden that you carry every day. The act of sharing your pain is a powerful step. It's an invitation to healing. When you allow yourself to speak, even if it's just to one person or in a journal, you begin to dismantle this iceberg of suffering. When you express your emotions, you become lighter. Vulnerability transforms into strength, and the connection you create with others can be a balm for your wounds. Remember that pain is not a sign of weakness, but a part of the human experience. Each of us goes through tough times, and instead of hiding, we can choose to share. This choice not only brings relief, but also opens doors for deep and meaningful dialogues. What remains unspoken is often what binds us together. When you finally allow yourself to talk about your pain, a new light emerges. The understanding and empathy you receive can transform not only your perspective, but also that of those around you. The silence, which once seemed like your only option, turns into a cry for liberation. Acknowledging your pain is an act of courage. Don't let the fear of the unknown stop you from opening up. What you haven't said might be the first step toward healing. By facing the iceberg of your suffering, you may discover that there is actually an ocean of possibilities waiting for you. The journey is not easy, but the transformation is profoundly liberating. Pain does not have to be a solitary burden. By giving voice to what is hidden, you embrace your truth and allow others to do the same. The connection created in this space of vulnerability is the key to a deeper understanding of the human experience. Thus, together, we can navigate not only through our pains, but also through our hopes and dreams. When you begin to explore the depths of your suffering, you realize that this journey does not have to be made alone. The loneliness that accompanies pain is often fueled by the perception that no one is willing to listen or understand. However, it is essential to remember that there are people ready to support and listen. It can be a friend, a family member, or even a professional who understands the importance of giving space for your emotions. Talking about what you feel is a crucial step. It's not just about exposing your vulnerabilities, but also about acknowledging your humanity. When you share your pain, you create a space for others to do the same. This not only validates your experiences, but also opens a channel of communication that can lead to mutual understanding. Empathy arises when people see themselves reflected in your stories, creating a welcoming environment. Opening up may feel intimidating, especially when you're used to hiding your emotions. Vulnerability can be uncomfortable, but it's also a sign of strength. Many people fear what might happen when they expose their weaknesses, but in reality, this can be a path to liberation. By giving voice to what's been kept inside, you allow yourself to feel, and consequently, to heal. Therapy is one of the most effective tools for those looking to understand and work through their emotions. A qualified professional can help demystify your feelings, providing a safe space for self-exploration. Therapy is not just a place to vent, it's a space to learn about yourself. It's a place where you can uncover patterns of behavior that you may not have even realized existed. By understanding these dynamics, you can begin to make more conscious choices about how to handle your pain. Moreover, talking about your emotions doesn't have to be limited to therapy sessions. You can find support in support groups, where people with similar experiences share their stories. In these environments, identification is instantaneous. What you may see as a burden can become a bridge to connecting with others who understand the complexities of living with pain. You realize that you are not alone, and that can be an immense relief. Another way to give voice to your pain is through writing. Keeping a journal is a powerful and simple practice that allows you to express your feelings without judgment. Writing helps organize your thoughts and emotions, bringing clarity to what often feels confusing. Moreover, recording your experiences enables you to observe your growth over time. As days go by, you may see how situations that once seemed insurmountable become part of your story, a story of overcoming and resilience. Silence, although it may seem like a safe option, is often a fertile ground for pain to grow. By not speaking, you allow your fears and insecurities to take over your inner space. This can lead to a cycle of self-criticism and hopelessness. On the other hand, by expressing how you feel, you not only relieve that weight, but can also inspire others to do the same. What was once a solitary burden transforms into an invitation to solidarity. Pain is not something to be ignored or minimized. It is an intrinsic part of life, and by accepting it, you open yourself up to the possibility of growth. Often, what goes unspoken becomes a barrier that hinders your progress. By allowing yourself to feel and express your emotions, you break down those barriers. This breaking point can be a turning point, leading to new opportunities and perspectives that once seemed unattainable. Additionally, connecting with others is essential for emotional health. It's common to feel isolated in times of pain, but by sharing, you let others draw close. Human relationships are fundamental to mental health. When you open up, you create deeper and more meaningful bonds. Often the people around you are also facing their own struggles, and by coming together they can find strength and mutual support. Pain can be transformative. When you confront your emotions, you discover strengths you didn't know you had. Each experience of vulnerability is an opportunity for growth. By facing your fears, you learn more about yourself and how to navigate the complexities of life. Difficulties can become catalysts for positive change, pushing you to seek new ways of living and relating to others. It's important to remember that healing is an ongoing process. There is no end point, just a journey that requires patience and compassion for yourself. Sometimes you may feel like you're taking a step back, which is normal. The key is to recognize that every step you take, no matter how small, is still a step forward. Pain doesn't magically disappear, but you can learn to live with it in a healthier way, integrating it into your life without letting it define who you are. Choosing to no longer silence what's inside you is an act of self-love. By allowing yourself to be vulnerable, you open the door to new possibilities. Yes, pain can be transformed into something that propels you forward, and in the end, what you didn't say might be the key that unlocks a world of connection, understanding, and above all, healing. Acknowledging and confronting your emotions is a process that requires courage. Often, the first step is understanding that you are not alone on this journey. There is a universe of people who are also dealing with their own pain, silences, and regrets. The simple act of recognizing this can be a relief. You may start to realize that by sharing your experience, you're not just opening up, you're also offering others the chance to connect with you. This connection is essential to the healing process. You might wonder, how can I start talking about this? One effective way is to seek a safe and welcoming environment where you feel comfortable expressing what you've been holding in. It could be an intimate conversation with a trusted friend or a meeting in a support group. The important thing is to find a space where you feel that your emotions are valid and that your experiences deserve to be heard. Sometimes it's easier to write than to speak. Keeping a journal can serve as a first step for you to externalize your feelings. In it, you can write without the fear of judgment, explore your emotions, and record your thoughts. This not only helps to release the emotional burden, but also provides valuable insight into your personal journey. By putting your thoughts on paper, you may identify patterns and behaviors that you might not have noticed before. Additionally, writing can be a way to forgive yourself. Often we carry the weight of regret for too long, believing that we don't deserve to be set free. As you write about these feelings, you may begin to understand that everyone makes mistakes and that vulnerability is part of the human condition. Forgiveness, both for yourself and for others, is a crucial step in alleviating emotional pain. Addressing your emotional needs is another essential aspect of healing. This involves recognizing when you need support and when certain activities can help calm your mind and spirit. Activities like meditation, outdoor exercise, or even creative hobbies can provide significant relief. Each of us has different ways of finding comfort. Discovering what works for you can be a vital part of your journey. When you start to open up about your experiences, you may find that this vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, but rather a demonstration of strength. Many people in your life may be waiting for a moment of honesty like yours. You can be the inspiration they need to open up as well. This cycle of vulnerability and empathy creates a space where everyone can feel more connected and understood. It's important to remember that healing is not a linear path. There will be ups and downs. Sometimes you may feel like you're regressing, but that doesn't mean you're not making progress. Every step, no matter how small, counts. The key is to be patient with yourself. Sometimes the healing process takes longer than we would like. Recognizing that this is part of the experience can help ease the pressure you put on yourself to get over the pain quickly. Social interaction is a powerful element in the healing journey. Talking to others about your experiences can not only help you feel less isolated, but also provide valuable insights. Sometimes hearing others' stories can offer a new perspective on your own struggles. You may find that what you consider a weakness can turn into a strength when connecting with others. If you are feeling overwhelmed, consider seeking professional help. Therapists are trained to assist people in navigating their emotions and life experiences. They can offer strategies and tools that you can use to cope with the pain. Sometimes having someone who can listen without judgment and provide guidance is exactly what you need to move forward. Ultimately, the healing journey is about transforming pain into growth and self-understanding. By allowing yourself to feel, express, and explore your emotions, you create a space for healing. This may take time, but every little step forward is significant. Along the way, you may discover new aspects of yourself, developing a resilience you may not have known you had. Don't underestimate the power of being heard. Sometimes, simply sharing what you're feeling can lift a heavy burden. When you speak, you bring your emotions to life, and that can allow you to start freeing yourself from the weight of what's unsaid. Vulnerability is not a burden. It's a path to freedom. Moreover, by opening up, you not only promote your own healing, but also provide a safe space for others to do the same. Creating an environment where people feel comfortable expressing their emotions can be incredibly powerful. You could be the person who starts meaningful conversations, helping others feel seen and heard. So, as you look inward and confront what lies hidden, you take a step toward a more authentic and fulfilling life. Pain doesn't have to be a solitary burden. By allowing yourself to feel and share, you not only foster your own healing, but also build a community of support and understanding around you. The journey may be challenging, but the reward of truly connecting with yourself and others is priceless. What's left unsaid can become the key to unlocking doors you never knew existed. As you continue your emotional exploration, remember that every step counts. You are on the path to embracing your truth, and that is an act of courage. The transformation you seek begins with the willingness to open up and be heard. You may feel overwhelmed when dealing with your emotions, and that is completely normal. The first step in facing this reality is to acknowledge that your emotions are valid. It doesn't matter if what you feel seems small or large. Pain is unique to each of us. By validating your emotions, you start to create space for self-acceptance. This acceptance is crucial because it allows you to recognize that, regardless of the intensity of pain, it is part of your human experience. It's common for people to feel ashamed of their emotions. Often you might believe that you should be stronger, or that you shouldn't feel what you feel. These thoughts can be harmful. Accepting that vulnerability is a part of life helps us create a space where we can be authentic. This authenticity is essential for growth. Connecting with other people can be a powerful way to cope with pain. When you open up, you may find that others have similar experiences. This not only validates your suffering, but also offers a sense of belonging. By sharing your stories, you can feel less isolated and more understood. This human connection is vital for healing. You don't have to go through this alone. In these environments, You'll find people who are willing to listen and share their own struggles. The act of listening and being heard can be transformative. You may realize that by sharing your pain, you're helping not only yourself, but also others. This creates a cycle of mutual support that can be extremely beneficial. In addition to support groups, another way to connect is through community activities. Getting involved in projects that benefit others can change your perspective. It not only offers a sense of purpose, but also helps shift the focus away from your own pain. Helping others can be a powerful way to heal. Often, when you reach out to someone, you find yourself healing as well. Loneliness is one of the biggest challenges you may face during times of pain. It's easy to get lost in your own thoughts and emotions, creating a vicious cycle of isolation. However, when seeking connections, you can start to break this cycle. You don't have to wait for others to come to you. Sometimes you need to take the first step. Inviting a friend for coffee, calling a family member, or even participating in a community activity might be just what you need to start feeling connected again. Open and honest conversations are essential. By talking about your emotions, you are not only releasing what's been held inside you, but also creating a space where dialogue can flow. Honest dialogue allows people to feel comfortable sharing as well. When you show vulnerability, it can inspire others to do the same. It's a process of exchange that can strengthen bonds and create a more welcoming environment. Opening up doesn't mean you have to share everything all at once. You can start small, by expressing what you're feeling at a given moment, without the pressure of revealing your entire emotional history. This gradual approach can help you feel more comfortable over time. Practice is key. The more you allow yourself to talk about your emotions, the easier it becomes. And if you find that you can't open up to someone close to you, consider seeking a professional. Therapists and counselors are trained to listen without judgment and offer support. They can help identify patterns in your behavior and provide tools to manage your emotions. Therapy can be a safe space where you can explore your concerns without fear of being misunderstood. Writing, as mentioned earlier, is another effective approach. Keeping a journal is not just a way to express how you feel, but also a method for reflecting on your experiences. Sometimes, by putting your thoughts on paper, you may discover insights about yourself that you wouldn't have noticed otherwise. This practice can help organize your feelings and bring clarity to what may seem confusing in your mind. Additionally, writing can serve as a way to record your progress. When you look back and read your previous entries, you might be surprised by how much you've grown. Pain can feel insurmountable in the moment, but by revisiting your thoughts and feelings, you can see how it's possible to find hope and strength along the way. Growth is not something that happens overnight. It's a continuous process. Another way to connect with your emotions is through art. Painting, music, dance, or any form of artistic expression can help convey what you are feeling. These activities allow you to channel your emotions into something tangible. Art can be a powerful means of release, providing an outlet for what's often difficult to express in words. Practicing mindfulness and meditation can also be beneficial. These techniques help bring your attention to the present, allowing you to observe your emotions without judgment. Meditation can help you find a space of calm, where you can connect with your emotions more deeply. This can be an important step toward understanding and accepting what you are feeling. Lastly, remember that healing is an individual journey. There is no one-size-fits-all path. What works for one person may not work for another. Therefore, be gentle with yourself throughout the process. Allow yourself to feel, explore, and grow. Pain can be a powerful teacher if you're willing to listen to its lessons. By giving voice to what is hidden, you not only connect with your emotions, but also create a space for others to do the same. This is not just a step toward personal healing, but also an opportunity to build a support network around you. The journey of life is richer when we share our experiences and learn from each other. The path to healing is often a process filled with ups and downs. Each day can bring new challenges, and it's normal to feel lost or unmotivated at times. The important thing to remember is that this doesn't mean you're not making progress. Every small effort counts, and persistence is key. Recognizing that you need help is a sign of strength. There's no shame in seeking support. Many people struggle to ask for help, believing they must face their battles alone. However, the truth is that the support of others can make a significant difference in your journey. Talking with someone who understands your struggles can provide relief and clarity. Establishing a support circle is a valuable step. This can include friends, family, or support groups. By sharing your experiences with caring individuals, you create a safe environment where you can express your emotions without fear of judgment. This connection can be a powerful boost to your recovery. Additionally, seeking out a therapist is a worthwhile option. Trained professionals can offer personalized tools and strategies to help you cope with your emotions effectively. They have the necessary experience to guide you on your journey and help you explore issues that may be causing pain. Therapy can be a transformative space. Instead of feeling overwhelmed, you can find a clear path to understanding your emotions. This safe environment allows you to ask questions, explore your concerns, and receive constructive feedback. Additionally, the therapist can help you develop skills to cope with future situations, fostering a sense of empowerment. Another approach that can be beneficial is the practice of mindfulness. It involves being present in the moment and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. This skill can help you better understand your emotions and respond to them in a healthier way. Meditation is a powerful tool in this process, as it teaches you to calm your mind and find a space of inner peace. Over time, you may notice that regular mindfulness and meditation practice not only improves your emotional well-being, but also enhances your ability to cope with stress. By focusing on the present, you can reduce anxiety and worry about the future. This allows you to live more fully without being dominated by negative thoughts. In addition to seeking support and practicing mindfulness, it is essential to take care of your physical health. The body and mind are interconnected, and a healthy lifestyle can directly impact your emotional well-being. Regular physical exercise, a balanced diet, and adequate sleep are important pillars of mental health. When you exercise, your body releases endorphins, chemicals that promote a sense of well-being. This can help relieve symptoms of anxiety and depression, as well as improve your overall mood. Find a physical activity that you enjoy, whether it's walking, dancing, practicing yoga, or anything else that makes you feel good. Nutrition also plays a crucial role in your mental health. Nutritious foods can provide the energy and nutrients necessary for the proper functioning of the brain. Try to incorporate fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins into your diet. Additionally, avoid excessive sugar and processed foods which can affect your mood. Sleep is another essential aspect to consider. Lack of sleep can exacerbate symptoms of anxiety and depression. Establish a healthy sleep routine by creating an environment conducive to rest. Turning off electronic devices before bedtime, maintaining a regular schedule, and creating a quiet space can help improve the quality of your sleep. Taking time for activities you love can provide a break from everyday pressures. Whether it's painting, playing a musical instrument, cooking, or any other passion, these moments of joy can help restore your emotional energy. Moreover, getting involved in community activities can offer a new perspective and sense of purpose. Participating in social projects or volunteering with organizations can provide a feeling of connection and belonging. Helping others often brings a sense of accomplishment and can be a way to shift the focus away from your own pain. Connecting with nature can also be a powerful source of healing. Spending time outdoors, in parks, forests, or at the beach can help restore your inner peace. Nature has a calming effect and can provide a space for reflection and renewal. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that it's normal to have bad days. Don't criticize yourself for it. Instead, practice self-compassion. Allow yourself to feel and acknowledge your emotions, but don't get stuck in them. Self-compassion is an important step toward healing, as it allows you to treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer to a friend. Remember that healing is an ongoing process. There is no definitive finish line. Instead, it's a journey that unfolds over time. Every step you take towards self-discovery and emotional expression is a victory. By opening up, you not only promote your own healing, but also inspire those around you to do the same. What remains unspoken can transform into an opportunity for growth and connection. By facing your emotions, you discover that vulnerability is a strength. Through honesty and openness, you can create a space where everyone feels seen and heard. Keep moving forward on your journey, knowing that every small step counts. Transformation takes time, but it is possible to find light even in the darkest moments. What matters is your willingness to open up and allow others to do the same. Healing is a journey that is well worth taking. The healing journey is undoubtedly challenging. It is a process that requires patience and determination. Acknowledging that you are going through this process is an important first step. Often society teaches us to hide our emotions and to appear strong, but that is not the only way to deal with pain. True strength can be found in authenticity and honesty about what you feel. It's natural to feel insecure or anxious when you first start sharing your experiences. However, the first time you open up to someone, even if it's just a close friend, can be a turning point. Each conversation becomes an opportunity to validate your feelings while also building a support network. You may be surprised by how willing the people around you are to listen and offer empathy. Another way to connect is through creative activities. Art, music, and writing are powerful expressions that allow you to share your emotions in ways that might be easier than discussing them directly. Consider dedicating time to an artistic project that resonates with your emotional state. This could be a painting, a song, or even a poem. The important thing is to find a form of expression that makes sense to you. Physical activities also play a positive role in your mental health. Exercise releases endorphins, which are chemicals that help improve your mood. Even a simple walk can bring clarity and relief. Movement not only helps to release built-up tension, but can also open pathways for deeper reflections. Regular exercise can become an essential part of your self-care routine. In addition, sleep is an often overlooked but crucial aspect of emotional well-being. When you don't get enough sleep, it's harder to cope with your emotions. Adequate rest allows your body to recover and your mind to reorganize. Try to establish a sleep routine that works for you by creating a calm and relaxing environment before bed. Small nighttime rituals like reading or meditating can help prepare your mind for restorative sleep. Nutrition is also a vital component of mental health. What you put into your body can influence your emotional state. Nutrient-rich foods can provide the energy needed to tackle the day, while an unbalanced diet may contribute to feelings of fatigue and discouragement. Try to include a variety of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains in your meals. Mindful eating, where you pay attention to what you eat and why you eat it, can be a powerful tool for improving your relationship with food and your feelings. The practice of mindfulness can also be a valuable addition to your routine. Mindfulness is the art of being present in the moment, observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Through breathing techniques and meditation, you can learn to slow down and connect with what you feel. This can help reduce anxiety and promote greater acceptance of your emotions. The importance of setting boundaries should not be underestimated. When taking care of your mental health, it's essential to know when to say no. This can apply to social commitments, work, or even relationships. Protecting your emotional space is crucial to avoid overwhelm that can exacerbate the pain you are already dealing with. Establishing clear boundaries can help you prioritize your needs and focus on healing. Professional support, as mentioned earlier, is an option that many find effective. Therapists and counselors can offer unique perspectives and practical tools to help you face your emotional challenges. They can guide you on your journey, helping to identify thought patterns you may not be aware of. The therapeutic space is safe and judgment-free, allowing you to explore your experiences in depth. Participating in support groups can also be a powerful way to connect with others who are going through similar experiences. These groups provide an environment where you can share your story and hear from others. The exchange of experiences can be comforting, and often you will find empathy and understanding in the words of others. This validation can be a great relief, as it reminds you that you're not alone in your struggle. Remember that the healing process is not linear. There will be good days and bad days. Some days you might feel like you're making progress, while on others it may seem like you're moving backward. This is completely normal. The key is to be gentle with yourself during these ups and downs. Every emotion you feel is valid and deserves to be acknowledged. Seeking moments of joy and gratitude, even amidst pain, can be an effective way to balance your emotions. Try to find small things that bring happiness to your day, whether it's a cup of coffee, a sunset, or a pleasant conversation with a friend. These little joys can act as anchors in tough times, reminding you that there's still beauty to be found, even in emotional storms. And ultimately, it's important to remember that you don't need to have all the answers right away. Self-awareness is a journey, and each step you take is a part of that process. Allow yourself to explore your emotions without the pressure of resolving everything at once. Healing is a path that unfolds over time, and what matters most is that you're willing to walk it. By opening up to what is hidden, you initiate a transformative process. This act of courage can open doors you didn't know existed, allowing you to find meaningful connections and a new understanding of yourself and others. Pain doesn't have to be a solitary burden. By embracing your emotions and sharing your story, you begin to build a pathway toward healing and connection. The journey may be challenging, but it can also be filled with discoveries and growth. As you progress on your journey of self-discovery, it's essential to cultivate self-discipline. This includes establishing routines that promote your emotional well-being. For example, create a schedule that allows for daily moments of reflection. Setting aside a specific period to look inward, whether through meditation or writing, can be a valuable step in your quest for emotional clarity. Another important practice is regular self-assessment. Ask yourself how you've been feeling and what you can do to improve. This exercise in introspection not only helps identify what needs to be adjusted in your life, but also allows you to acknowledge your achievements and the small victories along the way. When dealing with your emotions, it's also crucial to learn how to express your needs. Often we may feel overwhelmed because we do not communicate what we truly need. Whether in relationships, work, or social settings, being clear about your expectations and boundaries can relieve the pressure you're feeling. Additionally, strive to cultivate healthy relationships. Surround yourself with people who support your journey and are willing to listen without judgment. These connections can be a source of strength, offering not just understanding, but also different perspectives that can enrich your worldview. Establishing a positive environment in your daily life is also essential. This may include organizing your physical space and choosing to expose yourself to content that inspires and uplifts your spirit. Watching movies, reading books, or listening to music that touches your soul can be a powerful remedy for moments of sadness. Finally, keep a close eye on your progress. It's easy to get lost in difficulties and forget how far you've come. Take time to reflect on the changes you've made and how they've impacted your life. This reflection not only reinforces your resilience, but also serves as motivation to keep moving forward. Remember that every step counts and that the journey of healing is unique to each of us. By embracing your emotions and opening up to what has not been said, you not only begin a journey of personal transformation, but also encourage others to do the same. Before you leave, do two things right now. Take a deep breath and hold on to what touched your heart today. And if it makes sense, share this story with someone who also needs to hear it.